Welcome back to the Growing Up is Scary podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Confession, we've already filmed this once.
We had to redo it. We were too just like random scatterbrained,
Yeah.
and then we had to cut a ton of it, and we were really bad at using code names and making
my dad FaceTimed
Yeah.
me. We were bleeping every other
everything.
name. It was not cute.
We also haven't filmed in months.
No,
So to us, we were really just kind of,
it was everywhere.
yeah, we would start telling something and realized we needed to tell like 2 months ago's beginning of it to make sense. So this is round 2.
It's been a minute. I feel like we say that every time.
So long. But I feel like this summer it makes a lot of sense because you aren't staying here this summer.
Right.
So it's back and forth. So we were supposed to do one on my birthday, and then we didn't. And then now we get to do it when she came or has come here, and it's celebrating your birthday.
Right.
So it's been a while. Now we are both 21.
Mm-hmm.
We got to celebrate your birthday. She just came back for it.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the Twisters movie.
We went. Did.
It was so good.
We went to brunch.
Yes, we did.
Well, it was really lunch.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time.
It was just an intimate hangout. We watched TV when we came back. We watched all of Tana Mojo's old story times.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, same. We all fell asleep. When you hear her talk, I think I was phasing in and out. Okay. It was just so wholesome because it was us three. Yeah. Me, you, Lexi.
Yes.
Which was just really quality hangout. So that was fun, and I like that type of birthday celebration. We got a cake, and it was so it's the best cake we've ever eaten.
A milk bar
We just
cake.
ate some more.
It was so good.
So good. And so we got to do that, and then my birthday we were going to podcast for, and then life got crazy. That was a very different experience.
Yeah.
We had so many people here, went out, it was fun, but we're 21, and we've been doing some 21 fun things. And it's been awesome. I was just asking Catherine her favorite memory of this last trip here, and she said Whiskey Jam. Do you want to tell what Whiskey Jam was?
So Whiskey Jam is a little music outing that happens twice a week, and I think 5 or 6 maybe artists play about 4 songs each, and it's not a writer's round because it's like full performances with band and stuff. But one of our friends, our good friend was Country Boy, was playing with Sunshine, and so we went out there to support, and we had a good time just chilling and hanging out. And then after, do you want to take it away, Riley?
I think we just have lots of thoughts and feelings. It was so fun. Such a fun night. Yes. They played so good. We'd never gotten to see them live.
No, this was only their second time playing live.
I've seen them. I told Country Boy after he played, I was like, this is my first time seeing you perform outside of you singing in your kitchen or singing to me for
which is things. So fun that we have friends that do that.
It's fun because it's nothing what I do, and it's not something you do. So seeing like your friends being like, oh, I'm gonna go watch them play.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I think we had some mixed reviews because we put on our end, it felt like we were putting in a lot of intentional effort to get all dolled up and to go and be there early to say hi. And we were front row, and we made sure to know all the lyrics to every word so that we can make it look super fun. And it's a big way that these artists really get scouted. A lot of people that make it really big played Whiskey Jam before. And so we just were very much in like just a very like proud, supportive mood. And afterwards we got to see them for a little bit, and I was giving him the time of day that I feel like wasn't beating him up or being like, friends.
You're a good flirter.
Who do you think you saw me flirting with? Why you say that? Country Boy?
I almost just said his name.
Country Boy.
Country Boy, yes.
I was trying to be cutesy because also like we went to his gig and it was fun, and like I feel like that meant a lot to him.
But he doesn't show it.
But I will say this. When I looked around and saw all the people that were also there for him, I felt like a girl in the crowd. I didn't feel like I knew the band. And that's where I was like, do we want to go to the bar after? Like, I feel like he was just so preoccupied, which is fair. But I think that we then ended up afterwards going to kind of the bar that everyone was wanting to do kind of an after hangout at. And we weren't really getting to talk to Country Boy as much as we wanted. We got to talk to Sunshine a little bit, but I think we were just a little bit.
He was also preoccupied.
He was preoccupied. Sunshine, we saw hit on someone else, and we have a big personality crush on
We
Sunshine.
love Sunshine.
It will never work for either of us to be with him, but we
Yeah.
will forever love his personality, and just, he's a great guy.
He's a good friend.
He's a really sweet guy.
Mhm.
And for some reason, seeing him like pursue someone else just felt illegal.
It was weird.
So fair for him.
Absolutely.
He's single, go for it. But
We're
like,
happy for him, but it was like
don't
kind
in front of us.
It was bittersweet.
It was bittersweet, and we knew the girl too, so we were like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is really.
Well, she's a sweetheart, but
Yeah.
anyway, the whole situation, we were kind of like,
Yeah, I think we were also a little bit disgruntled because when we walked into this bar, we got there before the rest of the group, and we scoured around, and we were gonna go get a drink somewhere, and I was looking at this other bar that's a little further back, and I see an all too familiar frat boy fit and talking to a girl at the bar, and I turned to Catherine and I said, is that Narcissist right there talking to a girl at the bar? She goes, yes. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to talk to this man, but I do need him to see me and know I'm there and just have to think of me in this moment. But I'm not talking to him, and I'm not looking at him. And I told him, I was like, nobody look at him. Nobody look at him because he's going to notice us. So we go to the part of the bar where he's sitting, like, facing the bartenders. He can see us from where we position because we were going to get a drink anyways. He sees us, and then before I know it, I hear this whisper behind my head of, hey, it's been a while. And it's him. He had the balls to come up, and he's just like, how are you? And I was like, oh, like, acting all shocked. I'm like, oh, crazy to see you here. Yeah, I'm good. And it's like, yeah, like, just wanted to say hi and whatever. And I was like, yeah, thanks. Like, just so disgusting. Like,
It was
he's
so
such
bad.
a piece of trash. Seeing him again, I haven't seen him in months, since December.
yeah.
And literally seeing him and his frat boy fit and just him there, I was like, you are so just disturbing. Just so, it was such a validating moment of like, yeah, good decision to never speak to that one again. And I know he did it to tell his family that he was the nice guy and did it. I knew the minute he came up beaming and smiling, I was like, you are just doing this to get to say you were the nice guy and said something. So that was kind of a little discombobulating.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the group showed up. And I've been telling Catherine, there's been a bit of a crisis internally in my brain in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is the crisis of being single for a long enough time that my brain is internally imploding, and maybe a therapist would help. But I have been having some mixed feelings arise, one of which is with Golden Retriever, who is another ex, the one that was really a great guy that just didn't work out. I was thinking about him every single day for months, like weeks on weeks, and I would tell all my friends, like, why am I thinking of him? And the reason I was thinking of Golden Retriever guy so much is I think that I saw that exists, and I think I had a person, and that was the first relationship. And I talked with my sister when I went home. She's like, why do you keep thinking of him? And I'm like, he was, honestly, looking back at the people I've dated, he was the one guy that I truly, in the purest and most serious forms, like, loved.
Mhm.
Like, there was a point in time where I was like, I'm gonna marry him. Like, he was everything. And then things changed, and we had our problems to where he wasn't the person I was gonna marry, which was fair. But I think we left it in a sense where he came back and was like, I fully learned my lesson. And I think he really meant it. And that doesn't mean he could have fulfilled it, but like, he meant it when he said he was like, I wanted to try. And I think that inkling of where we left off, just seeing all these awful men, I'm like, what if that was the one guy who did finally learn the last few lessons he needed to have me? So I think that was what was going on. One night, Lexi and I had too much wine, and she called him. He didn't answer, which is probably for the best. I hope he's happy. I hope he's with a girlfriend. But that was really random that my brain was doing that. And then Broadway Boy has its own story time, but he's been acting up, and I don't know why I've been letting it be an entertaining thing. He's been acting up. He's been in trouble.
One way to put it.
Yeah. And there's a whole story time there, but that's been weird that I've even been entertaining speaking to him at all and not blocking him. And then Country Boy is his own unique battle, because Catherine and I kind of got to talking about this when we first tried to film this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what's mentally going on. Because I think I just had an awakening a few weeks ago where I saw him in a very particular light, and I was like, wait, I think he's attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted Catherine immediately when it happened, and I was like, Catherine, this is a sin. I don't know what's going on. But, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's phase. Catherine thinks I need to test the waters to confirm it.
I do, but I also see why you don't want to.
Yeah. I think I could handle that. I don't think he could. And I want to protect his heart because you said you think he just holds a special place in my heart, and Lexi says that too.
I mean, right, as I said this in the last, when we tried to film, Riley's always going to be the one that got away.
I
for
just
him.
can't see it as that
Oh,
powerful of
but
an
me and
experience.
Lexi can.
I know. And maybe I'm delusional. And I said that. Maybe I'm the problem in the last one. Catherine didn't like I said that. But
No, you're not the problem.
But I think
You're not the problem.
Okay. I'm going to just keep saying it until I convince myself of it. I think part of me is the problem. I think I'm entertaining people that I shouldn't entertain, and then I think that I'm...
No, I think that is true.
Get it? Yeah.
I'm
I'm not above knowing I'm the problem in that.
You're not the problem, you're inciting the problem.
Yeah. I'm allowing the problem.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I just think Country Boy is a very interesting predicament. And we both were...
He's
I
different,
think-
though. He's a different situation than Broadway Boy.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think we both were a little bit sensitive to the fact that we were a little bummed because we went to the gig, saw him a little bit, talked a little bit. Totally fair, he was networking. Didn't expect to be the center of attention.
We just got kind of ignored and
Yeah.
pushed away.
Yeah.
I was more... It's more just disappointing, and I've had this a couple times. Well, not a couple, more than a couple. Because Riley and I both love to show the people we love that we love them, and we put a lot into our relationships. It's really disheartening when it's not seen, and it seems like that whoever you're showing this to doesn't care about all the effort that you, which I hate the word effort. It's been used against me so much, but effort, it's just not acknowledged. Like, I kind of felt like a burden being there. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't really wanted there.
And that was, I think, the frustrating thing, and I think you worded it very well. It was like, to him, he probably thought, oh, like, we wanted to go out anyway, or like, it's not a big deal, or whatever. We tried to be so intentional on supporting him, posting him. I don't really post any males on my stuff, and I'm not dating him. I always post him.
Yeah.
And, like, I just wanted to do so well. When he played Midland, I literally texted him the day of, and I said, you're going to have so much fun today. Like, I'm so happy for you, but, like, you don't even need it. Like, you're going to have fun. Like, I remembered, and he was states away, and it was a holiday, and I texted him. And then I called him in Austin, and we talked, and then I come here, and I'm like, of course we'll go. And
yeah, it's just hard to remember that the little things that we think are so important aren't important to other people.
Also, boys are different.
Exactly. Like,
boys are
people have
different.
other things that would mean so much to them.
Well, I think also, like, what they notice is different, and I think also some things they think are automatic. He could just think of it like very simplistic, and also on my own accountability, I've told him very directly we're friends, and so he's probably not going to talk me up at the bar. He's going to talk up someone that might not want him as a friend. So, like, it's completely fair. I think I'm the problem is the consensus.
I don't like that. Take it back now.
But I think it's fair. And then we went to the
little
bar
hurtful.
after, and I had asked him, I was like, are you sure you want us to come? And he was like, yeah, like, of course. I want you there. And then we go, and we ended up talking to a lot of his friends, and he wasn't really around. And I feel like I was giving him a little extra attention and time of day. And fair enough, though. He's hardcore friend zoned by me. It's fair he talks to someone else.
I wouldn't even say that we talked to a lot of his friends. We talked to two.
But at Whiskey Jam, we did talk to a lot of his friends. And one of them played a very mean joke. A very mean joke.
It was mean.
It was very
It
mean.
was not kind.
The consensus, or kind of synopsis of what the joke was I was on a FaceTime call with Country Boy while I was at home. So one of the friends of Country Boy and Sunshine and roommates is his nickname is going to be Mr. Celebrity because he's really progressed in the music industry. And to me, I guess in my music brain, compared to where everyone else I know in the music industry is, he is above on the ladder on like the route to success.
Someone's gonna be hurt by you saying that.
I think he's like more connected and like he's got. I mean, he wrote a article about him.
I know.
I think that's above the other men we know.
We're calling him Mr. Celebrity because of his
Achievement.
success.
Yeah, he's successful, and his friends know that.
Yes.
It's not a secret. He is very successful.
He's wildly talented.
Yeah, wildly talented. So Mr. Celebrity. And that, as how we view him, makes what he did more hurtful because I got more excited.
Right.
But he decided to play a prank on me because when I was on FaceTime with Country Boy, him and his producer friend had asked me to make a little voicemail, like fake voicemail of like, hey, it's me, I miss you, I've been thinking about you, blah, 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 to use in a song. I thought it was for Country Boy's song. At Whiskey Jam, Miss Celebrity said it was for his song and that they were using my voice. And I got so excited. I got little butterflies.
They were hyping it
I was like, what? They were like, it was so good. Like, it was perfect. Like, you said it perfect. And I was like, stop. Like, what do you mean? I was so excited. And for 20 minutes, this probably got dragged along.
Yeah.
We took a photo together with the phones, like literally making a joke of like, voicemail. And after a while, Mr. Celebrity felt guilty, I guess, as he should, because I was beaming with joy. And he told me it was a joke. And they used another girl's voice. So that was pretty hurtful.
It was very rude.
But I'm glad we got to bond with him more because we see him around a lot. And I feel like that was the first night where I was like, you know what? We really, I think, achieved a friendly basis. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be safe and funny and silly because everyone knew of the joke that had happened. The next day, Catherine had the photo of it. And I thought to put it on my close friends. And I put diabolical lie on each of our hands to signify that it's from a joke. And also, I didn't want to just post a photo with him and people think like it was like me liking him.
Any romance at all.
Yeah. And I don't think that commentary makes it very most flattering, cutesy thing.
No.
I put it on my story and Broadway Boy decides to react. And he's not too happy about it.
I wish you could hear my eyes rolling.
He has not reached out to me or hung out with me since I got back or from Austin. And then he has the nerve to be jealous. I'm like, can we take a second?
Which they are fully.
And I didn't say this to him because I didn't want him to be like, oh, so you do get jealous about this? I don't care. But he will sign girls' tits at gigs. I've watched him do it before my own eyes. And I don't care because I know that as an artist, there's a bit of flirtatiousness. Also, we're not dating. You don't owe me that. Like, I would think to some respect outside of your gig, you definitely shouldn't be doing that. If you really are sending me good morning text and blah, blah, blah. But, like, the name of the game is you flirt and you get a fan base. And, like, every guy that's a married country artist gets bras thrown on stage. And, like, there's a bit of, like, some of your fans are swooning over you, like Parker McCollum and all these guys. Like,
it's just
it's attraction. Riley Green. Like, you play the part, and I get it. I don't care. But God forbid I post a photo with a male on my private close friends, and that's enough to where you're, like, losing it. Like, I don't get the double standard. And again, he's not a good guy. Like, this is, again, signifying that he's not a mature, responsible
But, like, there's no
need for that wrath.
In the photo, you all were barely even touching.
It was also diabolical lies on our hands. I don't think that's flattering to him.
No, it's not flattering.
I don't think it's saying,
also,
oh my gosh, whatever.
Nothing romantic has ever happened between you two.
No. If anything, I think he'd probably be more turned off by me because I'm honest and I made an honest joke to him at one point.
Bless his heart.
That I think triggered him a little bit, but it was fine.
It did. He kind of
recovered.
He did.
We were talking the whole time. And I think he recovered and he took it to heart. And there was a lot of personality that time I met him, which the time before wasn't. But
we don't know what was coursing through.
I don't know. But it was lighthearted and joking.
Yeah.
And it was fully within my rights to post a photo with a friend. And for him to then insinuate, yeah, I don't trust you, been down that road. I'm like, I just responded with too many words and too many
kind words.
Yeah. And I was just like, whatever. He ends the conversation just kind of salty. And I'm like, if you want to hear more of what I'm talking about, you can freaking call me. Because he kept kind of being like, no, express more. And I'm like, you're in my DMs right now. You have my phone number. We've hung out in person. You used to call me and FaceTime me randomly. Like, give me a call if you even care. Like, you have my number. And then he didn't call. And I don't care that he didn't call. I just hope he genuinely never reaches out again. The issue with Broadway Boy is I keep communicating to him and talking to him and explaining things to him as if he's on the same page to maturely handle what I'm saying. And that's on me. If he wants to be dumb and dumb it down to his level, I need to do that too. And that's what Lexi keeps telling me is like, do what he's doing to you back to him. But I think I need to just match what I'm given. And that's so hard for me. But the reason I say that is and I probably haven't said this because I haven't updated y'all in a while. Last time I probably posted we were not talking. It was over. It was whatever. He, around my birthday time, started talking again and wanted to actually meet. And so he tried to get me tickets to see Ernest for a second because his roommate is in the band with Ernest. And then that fell through, and then we were going to meet. And so we met up on my birthday, went to the VIP section of Luke Bryan's bar and talked and thought it was great. Then he was texting me every day, wanting to meet. We hang out a few more times. I thought we're having a lot of fun. He's texting every day, good morning, throughout the day, checking in. A lot of interest, right? One would think. We go to Malta. Ghosted. Radio silence for days. I try to reach out and I'm like, hello? Like, should I take this personally? He's like, I just thought you'd want your space, and then ghost for another 7 days. I get back. Somehow we start talking again, and I'm like, well, you kind of ghost me. He's like, well, geez, I'm sorry, blah, 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 whatever. Ever since then, it's been pretty inconsistent. Randomly, I saw him after he played a gig at a bar, hung out following after, and then radio silence. He'll like a story here and there. Radio silence. And so this was kind of the last straw for me.
I am excited to see how everything turns out, though.
I know. I'm your reality TV. I feel my updates are just like popcorn for you to watch, like in a funny way. Like what did Riley do today? What did she say? You know, I feel like it's comedic at this point.
Well, sometimes. Sometimes I wish I had some popcorn for you. But I never do.
I think and you don't have to go out, but I think that will come if like we go out and are silly goofy.
I've been so good this weekend.
You did so good, and I think, dare I say, you had a lot of fun.
I was an extrovert.
It seemed genuinely like you had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? You can say if you didn't.
No,
or you
I
didn't
did.
Enjoy it. I think that's good. That's all my updates on men, which is already too many.
I wouldn't say that.
It's been weeks. I'll give myself. It's been weeks since we podcasted. It's been since before.
It may be months. Like 2 months.
Months. Yeah, it's been months. So I feel a lot better saying that. It's been months.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
The only male update I have is that one that was showing an inkling of interest in me ended up having a girlfriend the whole time.
Yeah.
Men
are, I don't know what's going on with men. So it's just a very strange last few days.
Right.
But so fun. So fun.
A lot of memories.
One of my favorite memories is yesterday. Catherine and I, she's not a drinker, and I decided to invite her to come to Yeehaw Brewery, which is a very fun brewery in Nashville. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have their own moonshine with a lot of unique flavors.
They have so many flavors.
And very interesting flavors.
Yes.
Concerning a little bit. We had cookie dough whiskey to put in context.
I wouldn't say it was good.
It wasn't. It was smooth, but the cookie dough flavor was awful. I also don't like whiskey. Anyways, Catherine decided to do the tasting.
I did.
And we did the premiums.
$13.
Yeah, $13.
Which is pretty good.
Well, yeah, especially because of the effects it left us. We mixed in this tasting moonshine, beer was our palate cleanser, so beer, and then whiskey, a bourbon whiskey, and then another whiskey, which was the smooth one.
Yeah,
So we mixed a few things,
we did.
and I had a moonshine drink before that, which was the best. Okay, I have my new favorite drink of all
Yeah.
time. It is this moonshine watermelon sour lemonade drink sold at this place. It's the same moonshine, fun fact, that's used in watermelon.
Moonshine.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought there was another word before it in her
Yeah.
song, but no, watermelon moonshine for Lady Wilson's music video,
Mm.
which made sense. I was like, wait, this tastes so good. This is
Yeah.
such a fun memory. I'm sure it brought back.
I had the strawberry lemonade cider. I think it was 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
needed ice. Is that weird?
No, that is normal. You
Okay.
also had it in that.
It needed ice.
It didn't have ice when she gave it to you.
No,
That confused me too, because that was up to the brim.
it was.
So,
it was.
but it was fun because it, by her own dad's accord, loosened you up, and you were goofy and sweet and silly, and it was fun.
I just hope I wasn't annoying.
No, you weren't at all. I also came home. My new thing I learned: mixing all those alcohols makes me tired.
Oh, we were beat.
We also were like
beat.
pretty heavily tipsy by what, 6?
Yeah, maybe
6:30?
earlier.
5? We got there at like 3.
Yeah.
3 something?
I was probably back here by 5:30.
Yeah. So
And
we
I was
were,
a bit
it was
tipsy.
like 5 o'clock, and we were like, okay. And I was supposed to go out later with those friends, but I could not. That thing put me to sleep. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, this is not rowdy. The only alcohol I can like drink that makes me have more energy is tequila.
No, I love tequila.
Everything else is sleepy for me. So, lesson learned, moonshine's fun. You will go night-night.
Mhm.
That was my consensus. But it was
Mhm.
great. I do want to go back and buy the sour watermelon moonshine.
You can buy it?
Mhm.
I didn't know that was one you could buy.
Yeah, it was
those
on there.
pickles, they had pickle moonshine. The pickles were so good.
They were so good. Literally so
They also
good.
had pineapple. That was not good.
No, it's not good. I don't know who thought pineapple and moonshine. Or the coconut one. We did the premium because there was like a fun coconut tropical one. I don't like when my liquor looks like milk. And there was a few
It was
moonshines that
two
were like
milky
cream
ones.
colored.
Yeah.
And I didn't like them. I'm sorry.
I didn't either.
I don't know. It freaked me out. I liked the other ones. Now, one that was awful was Blue Fire. It was 128 proof.
You couldn't taste it.
You didn't taste the Blue Fire?
I did taste
It
it.
tastes like gasoline.
I kind of just took it.
No, I did it too, but like for me, it wasn't the flavor right after. It's what you feel in your throat of the like the flavor coming up when you breathe after. Same with whiskey.
It just burns.
That warmth that comes back, and like that one just had that awful gasoline tang to it. It like wasn't the worst thing I've had, and I know people that get worse like cheap vodka than that moonshine, but 128 proof.
That was crazy.
I don't really know what that means, but I know it's insane.
That means that it was almost, or maybe it was a little over 75% alcohol.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
100 proof is 50% alcohol.
Okay, yeah,
I believe.
it was strong.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what my dad told me. Emery got me for my birthday. She made a clock and put 90 proof shots on every hour. That was her gift to me.
So every hour we take 90 proof shots?
We didn't take any of them. We tried some of them. They were the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. I'll bring them back here.
Okay. We could try to make them taste good.
There was a mystery one that I need you to try.
Mystery?
Yep.
Alcohol?
Yep.
Dangerous. Scary.
It was scary.
Wow.
But I want to see if you're able to figure out what it was, because once you figure out
The type of like vodka, tequila, what type? Or like
no, the flavor.
Oh, okay. So I have to really enjoy it. There's no chaser here.
Once you figure out the flavor, you're like, oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought when we had the pickle one approach, I thought it was gonna be a shot of moonshine that tasted like pickle.
So did I.
But it was
a
pickles soaked in moonshine.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to just take a drink of pickle juice.
I think I kept it together on the phone with my dad.
You-
Apparently I was silly.
See, I wish I got you a little longer because I think it like the drunkenness seeped in the longer it got away from it. Like from when we drank, for me.
The longer it got away.
Like, immediately after, like, we were feeling warm during it. Remember, it's like a minute in between each one, 2 minutes. We're just doing like 10 in a row. And I feel like by the time I got in the Uber, I was literally so just silent and just like in my thoughts. I didn't speak one word. I was like just looking around. And I got back here and I was like, okay, I feel really tipsy. And then I was like passing out. Like, I don't think I was drunk. I don't think you were drunk. I think we were heavily tipsy.
I don't think I was.
No. Drunk is like you can't, like, when I know I'm drunk is when the slurring is bad and not like a little bit of a lisp, it's like a slur. And then when I can't contain full balance. If I can walk completely good and like control everything good, then I know.
Me almost fall into the door. In the bathroom.
Bathroom?
I lost my balance there real quick.
Well, who knows?
But I don't think I was drunk.
No. I think drunk to me is like,
I think just I was pretty tipsy.
Yeah. But it's been a fun last few days. I really enjoyed it.
I will say I wanted to dance.
Same. I really turned to Gina and I was like, Gina, I want to run away. I want to like Irish exit and like I want to go crazy. Like, I think that it was fun, but I think the minute we just were playing games and like slowed down, it let me get tired.
Yeah.
Like, if we kept the energy up when we're doing stuff, I think I would have been able to rally. But the minute we're sitting around and eating chips and like I'm just sitting there, I'm gonna get sleepy and I'm gonna start yawning. And I can't be doing that. I can't.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do is get more watermelon moonshine and lemonade and we try again.
Absolutely.
I can't imagine if we did that tasting twice. They were like, yeah, you're only allowed to do it once a day. And she's like, you'll find out why. We weren't drunk, like I said, but if I did it a second time, we would have had a problem.
Yep.
We would have had a problem.
Yes. Honestly, on that last one, I was choking it down. I didn't know if I was going to be able to swallow it or not.
It was just like, none of them I enjoyed except for eating the pickle.
Yeah.
And once I had the really good watermelon sour moonshine, I was expecting them all to kind of taste really yummy like that. And other people were enjoying the flavors. Everyone I had, I was like, there was one, no, it was just the pickle I rated a 10. That's the only one I liked. The other ones I was just not enjoying. Like, everyone loved the apple pie and others. I just hate sweet stuff like that. But I love sour. Things like all my candies are sours. And so the drink we had tasted like a melted down watermelon Jolly Rancher. So it was perfect. But I think it was just a fun experience.
It was.
Glad to say we did it. And it wasn't like $13.
No. And if you come to Nashville, that's a really fun place to like go with your friends for
They have games. Lunch. You can do the tour on how they make all the alcohol. That would be fun to do sometime. I am curious. But it was a really fun experience. I think we had a great time.
Yeah, it was a cool place.
Yeah. My current music fixation is it's been the same song for ever since the album came out. Every single day I have to listen to at least once I Would If I Could by Ernest and Lainey Wilson. Every single day without fail. But new music, there's a song called Maxed Out and it's by a local guy. And then there's another song by a guy that's
Baker Blankenship.
Yeah, he's not able to drink. He's not old enough to do that. But
he's not.
No.
Oh.
There's another guy that it's on my playlist, and it's a song I really like, and it's from a guy right outside of Dripping Springs, which is right outside of Austin where I grew up. And his song's really good, and it just blew up. But I don't have my phone, and I don't remember his name.
Okay.
But I'm liking the little hidden gems. Hell is a Dance Floor by Vincent. I'm liking that kind of stuff. So that's been fun.
The up and comers is definitely fun.
Yeah. What about you?
I have two. Anything by Warren Ziders. If you haven't listened to him, go listen to him. It's so good. Relapse is one that I have had on repeat. And then two, the entire Twisters soundtrack.
Yes. We saw Twisters for Catherine and Lexi's birthday, and it was so good. And all the songs were so good. I need to re-listen to that whole album.
Yeah. Oh, I have something to read. I was telling Lexi that he looks like a Furby.
Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
Looks like a Furby?
He looks like a Furby.
I hate Furbies. Do you want to know a horror story about a Furby?
Tell me.
Growing up, we had a Furby. And we hated this thing. It talks on its own and it turns on.
Yeah, it's
And we
creepy.
could not get this thing to turn off. We took the batteries out of it and it still worked. All true story, I'm not kidding. The first thing I think is truly haunted we owned. Then we decided to go outside and smash it. This is very graphic.
A children's toy.
Trigger warning violence. We smashed it against this wall. We were like throwing it. It kept making sounds. It kept talking. And so eventually we threw it in our green belt and
What
just
is
chucked it, which is like a bunch of like greenery behind our house.
Oh,
And, like, it goes
okay,
down the
yeah.
Which is awful because that's littering and it's its own problem. But we were convinced this thing was like literally gonna take us out.
Yeah.
And we chucked it down there. And now we just know the Furby is haunting us down there. But we tried to brutally murder this thing and it would not turn off. So I'm scared of Furbies. But it's okay. I don't think he looks like Glenn Powell. Everyone look up a Furby and then look up Glenn Powell.
Don't do
let
it.
us know.
Don't do it. And maybe that's not... There's this little hamster thing that my sister had growing up. It was like a hamster. And
Is it the moving one that
it
like
would
had its
move.
names and it would like crawl around?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But it had like kind of like a spiral on its back. That's what I remember. I'm going to look it up because it looks like Glenn Powell, I promise.
I don't get this. He's so attractive. How could any inanimate toy look like Glenn Powell?
I'm not saying he's unattractive. I think he's very attractive.
And he looks like a hamster with a wheel on its back?
It's not a wheel, it's a spiral. Zuzu Pet! He looks like a Zuzu Pet!
That's literally what I was talking about. Yeah, these things crawl around on like robots. Yeah, Zuzu Pets. That's what I was talking about. They move around. You think he looks like this?
He does when he was all... I can't say, but yes.
Okay, interesting. Speaking of looks, we've had a crisis with...
Just in a certain light, okay?
Well, in a certain light, we had this discussion on the last time we tried to record. How with this kind of disturbing awakening of Country Boy, generically, he's attractive. I think day-to-day walking around. Like at
Country
the bar, he was... like, I'm not saying he's Glenn Powell. But
when he walked
like,
through the kitchen, he was attractive.
Yeah. Like, he can look attractive. I think the part that really... Well, we've had a lot of ick moments that are crazy.
We're talking about Country Boy.
Yeah, Country Boy.
I was thinking Broadway Boy.
No. Oh. No, Country Boy. He is like...
He's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's, again, not Glenn Powell.
Not Glenn.
But, like...
What? Country Boy is Parker McCollum.
Yes. Yes. Originally, we contemplated that being his code word, but Country Boy, the one moment that will kind of set him back every time.
Should I look at the Roman Empire page?
No, I can't.
I got it.
Don't show me while I'm trying to hype him up right now. But when he sings, he has a great voice. We heard it live. But the faces he makes, especially his angry ones, they don't do well. They don't help him look that good. And it's a little painful. That's why it feels sinful whenever I confess these like emotional discrepancies to Catherine, because it's like we've seen
the
good. We've seen some lights where we're like, okay, that's awesome what we're working with, and then other moments where I'm like, you morphed into another being. Like, I don't know who that is growling at me. Like, I'm scared. So that's been a conflicting situation we've been having.
So funny.
We have a note on our phone, and the boys know this. Both Sunshine and Country Boy know this note exists, and I've read them to them. But they're just some crazy moments. Like, they just
do, things they say.
I don't know. It's very confusing. Very confusing.
I really just need to refresh my memory on that.
I thought you were going to pull up the photos of him, like, yelling in the crowd. I took some photos of him while he was singing, and unfortunately...
on my phone, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's just not the best light. No, I can't. I cannot. Like, if he was smiling, it would be so good. He cannot be looking like that. Stop. Don't. It's everyone. It's, like, really everyone. I don't know if I can stomach this. Stop it. It really hurts. I don't know.
This.
I just feel like that side of a man I should never see unless someone is like mad. Like, I shouldn't see him yelling that aggressively unless
I think
he's actually
he was
mad.
also like this close to running out of breath.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was
Crazy
just really
time.
funny.
But he said he was gonna ask me to hang out this weekend because
Liar,
he could tell I was a little
pants
dry
on
whenever I was
fire.
saying goodbye to him after his gig at the bar. But it's Sunday, so we didn't do it. But you know what? For the best. It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
But yeah, but Catherine's about to head back home, and then we're going to Barbados in 2 weeks,
Yeah, we are.
which I can't believe at all, in any way, shape, or form.
You and me both.
We have this thing where we don't believe we're going somewhere until we land. Like, it's not even for me when
Till
I'm on the
feet
plane.
on the ground.
It's till I see that we're in a different atmosphere.
Correct.
Like, until we landed in Malta and I thought I was in Jerusalem, it wasn't real. And then I looked around and I was like,
I
okay.
still believe we went to Jerusalem.
I still believe we did too. But it was fun. We had some fun in Malta where we tried some new drinks and dinners and things.
That we did.
Mm-hmm.
We danced around in a parking lot at 2 a.m.
Yes. We met my dad's friend from when he grew up in school, boarding school. He lives in Malta and they helped set us up there. And his sons were there and we got to hang out with them a lot. And that was super special. That was probably my favorite part, was getting to hang out with them. And it was also funny to see like what their experience around the island was and just how they acted, and
Yeah.
just you could tell they were 19 and 20-year-old men. And we're 21 at the time, you were 20, and it felt very different in age. It was just funny. It was very funny.
Malta would not have been the same without them.
No, it would not have. So it was a very fun experience. But Barbados is gonna be fun. Yeah. So I'm excited.
We will save our growing up is scary lessons for the next pod.
Yeah, we'll keep you waiting.
Yeah.
Keep you on edge.
Sorry,
but we are
don't have one
going
this
to
time.
try to in Barbados because there's no excuse.
Mm-mm.
We will get creative and
We will. It'll be so
try.
fun.
Yeah. But
I'm pumped.
yeah.
Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.